Welcome to the long-awaited, much-anticipated, elated, jacked release of a screen pack you've never ever seen. Au contraire, it's so much more than that. So much more. It reeks of milk, being that it's a homunculi of two like things. Oh, I'm sorry, we're supposed to be talking about it. Well, there is a lot of stuff to talk about concerning Peakemen, the most unique and awesome screen pack ever that I created. I told you, I went a little bit insane with this. Despite me being the pussycat that I am, and not trying to alter the actual engine code by any means, I digress. The user manual is the absolute first thing you want to open to educate yourself on this wonderful rabbit hole you're getting yourself into. But since you're here, allow me. If you haven't heard of it yet, this awesome thing known as Peakemen is ran in the Peakemen engine, which is derived from Big Brother Mugen. They aren't the same, nerd. One's open source and one's closed source. Apple and Dorian Fruit, respectively. Not only that, our oh-so-intelligent being known as Nick came up with this revolutionary idea, I tell you, of merging the two engines into one Gogeta freak of nature of a thing. You may ask, Nick, why on earth should we care about it? Well, Jimmy, I thought we talked about how I have ADHD and meander around points here. It's hard. Now, the reason you should care would be that Peakemen, aside from being open source, has the ability to utilize a simple LAN feature that Mugen should have had. They just didn't feel like it, apparently. Simple. But this is like a, whoa, big deal here. You can play with people in Mexico with your OC fighting game character. No way. But you have to know that person in Mexico, Jimmy. We aren't that sophisticated yet. Just look at those subs. God. Okay. Now, our online feature here is very simple, as I said, and needs to have your friends in a LAN connection with you. Simple lesson on networking here. Your modem is where your LAN ends, as it's the gatekeeper of all your precious private IP addresses. Those IP addresses are natted into a super public IP address that your greedy internet service provider charges you for. Hey, beggars can't be choosers. But we can fix this by simply asking Nick for help. There are quite a few programs that can group your select party members into a VPN LAN hybrid, but I'll be using Zero Tier. In your search bar, type Zero Tier. Select www.zerotier.com. Click the download tab at the very tippity top. Now here, it explains essentially how the software translates your computer's address into a zero-tier address, meaning little for our purpose. The thing that matters is the network ID in this case, as we want to create a nice little network to host our games on. Select the MSI download link. I have little patience for Macintosh. Before you ask, I'm just as surprised as you to see that this is installed using an MSI executable, meaning that it has very low level access to your who knows what. Anyways, you want to execute this MSI and follow the steps it tells you to take. I had to test this, and I installed it beforehand. My computer didn't blow up. Next, we want to go back to the downloads page we just left from and click the Create Your Own Network link there. You're going to need an account to start. I'm just going to use my Google account. Now go to the Networks tab and click Create Network to create your own new network there and get that network ID. As you can see, I already made a network. For our users to connect to our network, we need to give them this ID. Copy it and give it to your friends, if you have any friends. That's pretty much it for that. You can use other VPN software that pretty much do the same thing. Now that we have our online feature up and running, we can pour salt on the wounds of our friends miles away. That isn't all, folks. Probably the sirloin steak of the matter would be in the offline matches and missions. I've spent an unholy amount of time putting together a challenge worthy of Dark Souls players, as you will need to train before trying them. God, I hate some of these challenges so much. I won't say which ones as I need video material, but I will say it's fun. It's really, really fun. It's probably the most fun I've had since I've discontinued my Skyrim Season 1. Oh wait, I spoiled it. Well, Nick, you need to explain the controls first. They can't do anything without that. Why are you so right all the time? Right, the Peakemen side was an absolute female dog to set up and has been thoroughly covered in the user manual. For the reasons of you setting up your controls for the missions section, you'll need to open up the Mugen directory and open the data directory. If you install Notepad++ like a good boy, when you right click the mugen.cfg file, you'll receive a prompt to edit it. If you didn't install Notepad++, just open it with Notepad instead. You want to scroll all the way down until you see joystick and keyboard controls. The way I made my life easier in dealing with this were to first open my mugen.exe and go to the options menu. There, click joystick config, input your controller values. The numbers there correspond to the values in the mugen.cfg. So just put them there to here. Easy. Man, this is so exciting. I just wanted to throw this out of the way. It's just basically posting a link and it's a video that I uploaded. I can't wait to start editing the real content. Me dying over and over again against bosses from ancient video games. It's like opening up Pandora's box. You're not gonna know what you're gonna find. You stick your hand super deep down in there. My Discord's gonna love this. I hope. I don't know what they like actually. Anyways, if you enjoy free stuff, like and or subscribe. Thought counts. See you later.